Welcome, everybody, ladies, gentlemen, gentleladies, anything in between. I don't know. I'm nervous, so I'm just talking now. This is Nerdy by Nature. Title still in the works. Just a group of friends trying to get together and honestly make a podcast, using it as an excuse to just hang out more and chat and get to know each other.
We like talking, and we're good at it sometimes.
Yeah.
Mostly not, though.
I've been told I'm kind of funny.
There's 3 of us, by the way.
That's the third one. They sometimes say things.
I sometimes say things.
So let's just get this out of the way. I'm Ken, he, him.
I'm Moxie, they, them.
I'm Kimmy, they, them.
I'm Ken again.
This one's different, though.
This one is different, but they don't want to share yet.
Episode 1, Season 1, Nerdy by Nature. Slow pan down on a group of 3 individuals sitting in a triangular formation. The light is dim from the corner.
What are you doing?
You know, funny you should say that. That does sound like a show like Friends. Like, where it's like, oh, they're a bunch of friends. They live in an apartment together. They have a podcast. You know what I mean? Like, because they always have to have, like, some
So you like sitcom style?
Yeah,
They gotta
exactly.
have, like, a hook.
They always have to have, like, a job that's, like, kind of important, but not always important.
It's
like,
not.
Like, in Seinfeld, they're, like, stand-up comedians, and it only sometimes comes up.
Well, sometimes yours is a little important, like, in a bigger sense.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not that it really matters, but...
No, yeah. No, please, let me share some government secrets.
I'm sharing my personal information on the internet.
I cook food for people.
We're going to rate Social
I shouldn't
Security
be trusted
numbers.
with such things.
Remember, everybody, if you subscribe to the $10 Patreon, we will rate your Social Security number.
There is no Patreon. Don't look for it.
There isn't a Patreon yet, but we will make references.
Yeah, this is going to be a little slapdash, a little episode 1-y.
Yeah, this is like the pilot.
Basically, we have no idea what we're doing, and we all have a level of ADHD, so it's going to go off the rails fast. We do have a prompt in mind, however.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening. What'd you say?
Thanks, pal.
No, it was an ADHD joke. Like,
Oh,
that, yeah, no, I was going
just
with
not
what
just
you
being a
were saying.
dick.
Listen, that's not the point. Whether or not I'm being a dick, don't accuse me of truth facts. I'm just saying it was a funny joke that people definitely laughed at.
Yeah. So our prompt today is favorite movies.
Yeah, so I came up with the idea for this one because we were trying to come up with prompts, and again, since one of the things is to get to know each other and like get in the rhythm of talking, I thought it'd be really cool to talk about that. And then like it also gives us future prompts, like really easy future prompts, where it's like, hey, we watched one of the favorite movies, like we pulled it out of a hat. Plus, it gives people a reason to come back. It's like, oh, what are they watching next week?
This is entirely a ploy, so Ken can get us to watch the Batman. I'm afraid.
Statistically, there is a 1 in 30 chance, and it only gets higher every single time.
If we reach 50 subscribers by the end of the week, we will watch the Batman.
Then it will no longer be on my list, and it will have room for another one.
I did not agree to that 50.
Neither did I, but it's making easier. It's getting easier.
All right.
So do we want to just like break it down our lists? Do you want to just talk about it?
Do we just want to go in like a circle?
Yeah, I was going to say,
you
do
wanna
we
start
want to
off the
take
rip?
it one by one?
You want to
Okay.
just go out for
Does
rip?
someone want to go first?
Well, let's just do one at a time. Does anybody want to write it down or anything?
I mean, I have mine on a thing on my phone here,
Okay.
and my pencil's way over there, and my
I was
mic is
gonna-
in the way.
I was gonna say my laptop is being used to record this. Do you have an extra piece of paper and a pencil I can use?
And we have to
Oh.
go get it.
Oh, around.
Well, in the meantime, because dead air is bad, I just think it'd be interesting if we like write it down and like compare and like contrast.
I'm very eager to find out if we all have at least one movie in common.
You and I commented earlier that we have at least one.
Yeah, but
But dude, can
I'm
I
not
just
sure.
write on too?
I'm not sure if Mark is going to like have thought of it. Like, I know they like it. I know they
Yeah,
do.
no, for sure. But that's kind of the fun. We get to talk about it.
Oh.
Thanks, Max. Also, can I get a sweet little kiss goodnight? You can give me that one later.
Get in the mic and make sure you.
Just,
Yeah, just ASMR that
Yeah.
bitch. All right, I'm gonna put
So,
Ken. So let's go one by one. I think that's more fun. We go down like the line.
does someone want to go first?
Actually, really fast. I just want to check. What number did you guys get to? Because I think I got to like 16.
I have 21.
21. Okay. Let me count where I'm at.
Mox, you said it had like 15, something like that?
15.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I didn't get to 20, but I can come up with more, trust me.
Yeah, I added 1 today, so it was 20 earlier, but
Yeah.
you can see there's a slight difference.
So this was supposed to start at top 10, but again, it's no particular order, and honestly, the more the merrier. Like,
Maybe we just want to start with like our very favorite, or save that.
I was just going to go in the list so that I wrote it down.
I don't have a very favorite.
I do.
Really? So do you want to start that?
Oh yeah, and it's not going to be like, you guys are not going to be surprised in the
Yeah.
very least. In fact, I think you could guess.
Okay, then I'm going to guess
Ferngully.
Castle.
Nope, neither of those. They're on the lists though.
Damn, we just spoiled 2 of them. Okay, hit me with it.
Sweeney
Wait, hold
Todd.
on. What?
Sweeney
Fuck,
Todd.
that is...
Come on.
That is
That
a
makes
really...
sense.
Yeah, I feel like an idiot. I was going to make another joke. It was going to be like 3 ninjas meet Hulk Hogan or something.
Oh, that's so good.
You remember that movie?
No. No, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
There was a movie franchise called Three... Sorry, not to overshadow what you said, but there's an old movie franchise named Three Ninjas. It was like a kind of like a ripoff of Karate Kid and Home Alone, like mixed together. And in one of the sequels,
He
they
starts
meet
screaming.
Hulk Hogan.
I
No, ignore him.
Do you have Sweeney Todd on yours?
don't.
Singing Murder Men.
I also
forgot about it
I also don't have
entirely.
Sweeney Todd, but that is
You
such a good
love
pick.
Sweeney Todd.
I love Sweeney Todd.
I absolutely love that.
That's such
Hey,
a
we like
that's
musicals.
Such a good pick.
Theater kids. Feel welcome.
Yeah. Oh
But,
yeah.
But all in reality, it's... I don't... Even if you don't care for musicals, it's solid.
I watched this like 2-hour video of why like Sweeney Todd is literally the best musical ever written, and I cannot disagree with any of that guy's points because like it goes down to
I
the
couldn't-
music, like not even just the lyrics, like literally like, the themes of music is like calling back to like ancient like symphonic stuff about like what like the sound of death, and it's like it's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's a really good show. I sometimes listen to it casually, like random songs. Like I'll listen to fucking the shaving duel when I'm shaving.
Well, you know, I have like my characters for D&D. Like I have Boy. He is it's BOY, by the way. He's a fox man. And he's
BOY?
BOI.
Okay, I heard BOY. I was like, you spell boy the way boy is spelled?
No way. But he's a con artist, and he you know, that's one of his playlists. I do playlists for my characters to get into the vibes.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's because again, we're nerdy theater kids.
It's Mr. Pirelli's
This is
Miracle
Piss.
Elixir.
Piss and Ink. That's a really good pick. That's such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I heard they have the best pies in London.
I'm excited to watch that again. I almost watched that the other day.
I have
funny
the
enough.
DVD. I could bring it.
I almost watched that the other day just because I wanted to. Like that's how
Well,
much I like that movie.
I was trying to stream it recently.
Mhm.
I don't remember
It's
what
on Paramount
it was
Plus.
on. Yeah, okay, it was. Maybe I don't know if it was Paramount Plus that I was trying to do it
I
on.
have Paramount Plus right now because the Knuckles show is about to premiere.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I was trying to watch it, and it kept buffering, and it just would not stop.
yeah,
and it took me out of it, and I was just like, I don't even want to watch this anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if you were watching on Paramount. Paramount as an app is dog shit. Absolutely horrible.
Who wants to go next?
You can go next,
Yeah,
but
you seem
yeah.
excited.
All right, I'll do just the top of my list. The Iron Giant.
Oh
I knew
my
that was
god!
gonna be on there. I
already,
knew
well,
it.
That's like your favorite movie, right?
I fucking love the Iron
It's
Giant.
definitely like
Yeah.
I had like a
Talk about
3-foot
it.
tall
I
figure
Yeah.
of the Iron Giant.
that's rad.
First of all, like when I found out like what it was about, that it was based on the whole like he's a gun.
Yeah.
It's a very clear metaphor.
No, wait,
Uh,
what?
Yeah, but like the guy's, I think it's he wrote it because his sister was shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I loved the animation.
Mm-hmm.
There's also one of the few movies
It's also-
like
It's not a Don Bluth, is it?
No.
It looks kind of similar.
It's the guy who directed Incredibles. I forget his name off the top of my head. He made like 2 Dynamite movies, then fell off the earth.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like no,
Is it
because
Brad
Don
Bird?
Bluth only knows how to
No.
draw 2 men.
And everything else is a creature.
Yes.
yeah,
Incredible creatures.
Incredible creatures. Love Don Bluth.
but creatures nonetheless.
Yeah. And the occasional overtly sexy woman.
Well,
Well, who doesn't know how to draw that, right? I don't. Me.
I do.
But no, another
Pay
thing-
me.
The other thing. The other
Commissions
thing
are
I love,
open.
commissions are in fact open for 2 out of 3 of us.
No, they're not.
One out of three of us.
One out of 3 of us.
1 out of 3 of us.
I
Commissions are
refuse.
doubly open for one of us.
No, I won't give you an example of my art. You have to pay me and then figure it out.
Yeah, see if you like it. I will say that all the imagery and art on this channel is not drawn by any of us. So
Yet.
Not yet. Anyway.
good reference.
It
yeah.
might be.
Probably, realistically. Or was I? Oh yeah, another thing I love about Iron Giant is the vibe, the aesthetic of when it takes place. The fact that it takes place in like the 50s is really dope.
Salem.
I have a lot to say about Iron Giant, so like we should move on because like I
Yeah,
love.
there's just too much.
I didn't put that on my list because I knew it was gonna be
It's
yours.
gonna be like that's just up there and just let's just call it and say
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
That was gonna be on mine, but I knew it was gonna be on yours, so I didn't put it on. So my number one, funny enough, you called it earlier. It's Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween.
Oh, that's so surprising.
Yeah, I know, shocker, right? What can I say? It's such a good slasher movie. I love it because watching it, you notice multiple details. Like every time you see it, it's like really well put together. It's like legitimately scary if you're willing to get in the vibe of it. And yeah, it's just a good time. And who doesn't like watching a large man stab people to death?
I mean, it's a good time for sure.
Yeah. Plus the soundtrack, that shit. That
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
Halloween
that-
theme.
that- too. I also just always enjoy the because I'm not like easily spooked,
Mhm.
but like the way it kind of crawls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it crawls up and it's just very overt
Mhm.
in that way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm
No, I know
coming
exactly
across
what you're saying.
clearly.
Yeah, you get like what I love about the movie is it goes into the killer's perspective so much that even when you're not in his point of view, you kind of feel like you are.
Yeah,
Because like you said,
yeah, I
it
gotcha.
crawls like you feel like you're stalking these characters because you're waiting for him to jump out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I think it's very appropriate the nickname they gave Michael Myers, the Boogeyman.
Yes.
Yeah, because like you almost feel that way while you're watching it.
Salem is just being an absolute jerk.
Get out here.
There's a
Salem is
cat.
Mox's cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get used to hearing about that and the other two.
Lots of
Anyway.
cats here.
Yeah. All right, Kim, let's go with yours again.
Okay, I have my phone turned off. Okay, we're just going down the list
Just
then.
go down the list. I mean, you
Okay,
can pick a random
well,
one
you
if
guys
want.
called it earlier. Howl's Moving Castle?
Howl's Moving Castle?
Honestly, if each of us don't have a single Ghibli movie on this list, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
Howl's Moving Castle's on my list.
Well, there you go.
Wonderful.
I think I like that movie more since I've become closer friends with you guys.
I just like it.
I know. I mean, like I've always liked it. It was actually my first Ghibli movie.
Well, one thing that actually I love about it specifically is the how do I put it? It's like steampunk, but it leans more magic, and that vibe brings me life.
I forgot to put a movie on my list.
What's that onto it?
I'm just gonna do it right now. My next movie.
oh, okay.
Treasure Planet.
Yeah, fuck you, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nah, just kidding. I'm just fucking around. It's it's better. Just let it be natural. All right. Treasure Planet. I didn't like that movie as a kid.
I fucking loved that movie.
I
haven't-
enjoyed it for sure.
I haven't watched it. Well, last time I watched it, I liked it. But when I was a kid, I remember not liking it. But I know a big part of that was I was definitely part of the crowd that was like the annoying robot has ruined this movie for me. Also, I remember when I was a very little kid, I didn't understand nuance. So I was like, why is Daddy Pirate mean now? He was nice, but now he's mean.
See, I
And I was
had.
very confused.
I was like,
Shift change.
oh my god. Space pirates.
Okay,
And
but
that
like,
was it
In,
for me.
in that same vein, we could also say like Atlantis. I preferred Atlantis.
Atlantis
That movie
was definitely.
fucks.
Treasure Planet was my favorite out of the two.
Treasure Planet's great. I will not be told otherwise.
I love space pirates. I love the nuance. I have daddy issues. So all in all, it's just
Just episode 1, Mox is talking about their daddy issues.
I'm not subtle.
Well, we're getting to know each other. Okay. I guess I'm next. I'm gonna get this bad
I'm
boy.
gonna leave myself a bit of a mystery.
I'm gonna get this bitch out of the way because I need it to be done. It's the Batman.
Oh my god, I don't even want to hear it.
I'm so surprised, Ken. Hey, is the jokester in there?
I can't say that because you haven't fucking seen it.
Ridley?
Riddler is in it.
Harley Quinn?
The Penguin.
The Penguin is also in
The
it.
Pangolin? Known Batman villain, the Pangolin?
My favorite Batman movie used to be Batman '89 with fucking Michael Keaton, directed by Tim Burton, but this one is better. I still love the original. We watched it together with last.
Yes, yeah, I remember.
But this one is better.
I just couldn't get over that the Catwoman's outfit. I just love that outfit
It's
so
a nice,
much.
it's a
Stitched
nice
together.
outfit.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I love it.
It's pretty rad.
I remember I sent you the prototype when they were developing Spider-Man Noir, and originally they were gonna make it that his webbing was the stitches when he stitched together his costume.
Yes.
But they ended up going with like the trench coat look.
I kind of want to know what it would have looked like. I mean, I like the one that they came to, but
Yeah, but that original one, I think it's super clever that the webbing is just like where the stitches, like he stitched together the costume. But yeah, not much to be said. Very good movie. Love me some Batman, and it's just probably the best Batman movie. And by probably I mean it is. Until they make a Batman Beyond movie, in which case.
I mean, I love me some
Dude,
Batman
I'm
Beyond.
fucking pissed off. Did you hear about that? A lot of the animators from Spider-Verse pitched a Batman Beyond movie to Warner Brothers, and they said no because they didn't want to turn it into. They didn't want to make a Batman Beyond movie. They didn't want to confuse people. But they also said that the pitch was so good that it went from a no, like forever, to now it's a maybe. But like you can look up the art. Like they released the official art that they made for their pitch.
That's frustrating.
Yeah,
I would actually kill for a Batman Beyond movie.
yeah, and like I
In the
said,
Spider-Verse style.
yeah, no, it looked awesome.
yeah, honestly, like those animators work so fucking hard, and they're just absolute artists.
Does anyone else have Spider-Verse on their list?
I didn't think about
Spider-Verse
it.
is on my list. Yes,
I didn't think about it. I forgot.
I had to pick a Spider-Man movie, and because I promised myself not to pick Morbius, I had to do Spider-Verse.
Why? Like, explain to the viewers why you would pick Morbius.
I have an ironic love for Morbius that is never ending. And I almost put it on the list
It
as
is
a
in
joke.
fact Morbin time.
It is in fact for the joke. It is 100% for the meme. I do not like this movie.
I just want to clarify that, like, for Christmas, Ken got us a DVD of Morbius.
Excuse you, it's a Blu-ray.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, in individual copies.
I bought 9 copies of Morbius that December, one of which I kept because I didn't want to be without Morbin.
There's
Are we
no place like Morb for the
But yes,
holidays.
Spider-Verse is in fact on my list.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I had to pick a favorite Spider-Man movie, and I was like, let's be honest, it's Spider-Verse. Like,
It's so good.
it's so good.
Who's next?
We respect animation
I-
in this house, by the way. If you didn't catch on,
Would that be me next?
it would be you
Okay.
next. Yes.
So this one is, I'll be real, I'm a little ashamed. But this is like 2 movies, but they are essentially the same. So there's one movie / this one. And the reason why I chose this is because if it is on, I will sit there and watch it and laugh my ass off. So that is the combination of Talladega Nights and Step Brothers.
All right.
I don't care how dumb it is. I don't care how stupid it makes me sound. They are fucking hilarious.
So I've never seen Talladega Nights, but I have seen Step Brothers, and I fucking love Step Brothers. One of our
They're
biggest
basically the same movies, except one of them's NASCAR.
one of our biggest inside jokes, the whole sexy centaur thing,
Yes.
comes from Step Brothers.
Yes. I remember that scene.
Um,
They were just speaking gibberish.
Yeah, and I just love that like she associates sexuality with centaurs, and to this day now I associate like not like real sexuality, but like that like romance novel.
Yeah,
wavy
like
hair.
you're literally like seeing it on the book cover.
Fabio.
Yeah, exactly. That romance novel kind of style it's a centaur. That's the way I imagine it every time.
Wind's blowing.
So yeah, I'm excited for that one because I've never seen Talladega Nights. I only know one joke from it, I saw it on TikTok where it's like, "Don't wish that evil on me." And
Did you wish that on me, Ricky Bobby?
that shit made me laugh so hard, and like, I need to see this movie. I just haven't got around to it.
I've never seen either of these.
Okay,
movies.
well, they're
Hell
great.
yeah.
They're really funny. They're just good crap comedy.
Speaking of never seeing a movie, Mox, hit me with it.
Homeward Bound.
Oh, that's on mine.
I actually broke my tape of Homeward Bound because I kept rewinding the portion where he gets hit in the face with the porcupine. Because as a child, he bit me with his butt.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
It killed me.
On another one I have on here, I'm not going to say. It's actually it's going to be the next one I say. So, after Ken goes, we'll get on that. But I also broke that one's VHS.
I also broke a VHS, but mine's not for a minute.
It's not. Is it on the list?
It's on my list. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well,
It's just not on there for a minute. So Homeward Bound is a movie that I remember. I can't remember very much of it because I saw it mostly when I was a kid. The things that I do remember are Michael J. Fox is in it, and they do a dog death fake out. Those are the two things that I remember.
That is.
It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Of course, yeah. No. I'm not trying to downplay. I'm just trying to remember what I remember. Also, the porcupine bit. I do remember that because I was like, no, Michael J. Fox.
As a dog.
As a dog.
I specifically always remembered the one where that one scene where the child is lost in the woods and these like 3 stray animals are over here helping this lost child.
Yeah.
Melted my heart.
I didn't put it on my list, but I should.
This isn't on my list, but this is a movie that I've been meaning to rewatch.
Look, I have 11 honorable mentions.
Well, I'm gonna sneak a little honorable mention in here real quick because Bridge to Terabithia.
Right.
Ooh, I read the book.
Was such a movie I didn't need to watch in a school setting.
I remember seeing that for school too.
Yeah, I remember reading it in school and having a full-on breakdown. And my teacher found me hiding in a bucket.
The thing
Not like a bucket, but like one of those like not like a laundry bin, but like one of the bins that they would put like things in.
Yeah, the bins. I know what a bin is.
I'm so glad we all universally were traumatized by Bridge to Terabithia.
The thing that I remember about that movie specifically is that I was so confused because the order for me was the movie came out and like all the trailers were showing all the like the fantasy bits of like their imaginary land.
Yeah.
And like all the advertising was like, because like I remember getting Airheads with like the fucking trolls on them.
Yeah.
And then like I read the book for school and I was like, when does the magic stuff happen? Whoa!
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was so confused. I thought it was like Narnia kind of shit. Like I thought they were gonna go to another world. I didn't realize she just died.
Completely the same way. Trigger warning.
Death.
She dies. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oopsie,
oh yeah, honestly,
oopsie.
anything that we say on here is going to be very spoilery. So discretion, I guess.
Yeah, we're talking about.
If you
things
hear us talk about
seen.
a thing that you don't want spoiled, maybe just skip ahead.
We're good at this.
If we're doing a review episode, then we'll talk about that. But we're not doing that right now, so
maybe we'll do an official like da intro thing later. But
yeah.
For
Again,
now,
like if we're reviewing something, sure. Like send me free things, please send me free things.
send me a Digimon season 1 through 4 VHS because I also broke that. Anyway, next person. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So this is actually for this prompt. I had a hard time because like, before we decided fuck it, which I'm totally okay with. I want to make this clear. The more the merrier. This list can go on as long as we want it to do. I was trying to stick to 10, and so I was telling Kim about this earlier. I had to like choose my favorites out of like series.
Yeah.
And I remember telling my best friend Chris, I was like, I had to pick a favorite Star Wars. And it was really hard.
I'm surprised you even managed to do that.
I did. I managed to do it because I did a combination of childhood nostalgia and like how I felt. The last like weeks that we've been making these lists, I've been rewatching a lot of these movies.
So you picked Rogue One, right?
No, but I'm much more fond of that movie than I used to be. Solo is still a piece of shit though. And I decided, because when I was a little kid, my favorite Star Wars movie, the one that got me into Star Wars, was Return of the Jedi. And as an adult, I've decided, fuck it, Return of the Jedi does fuck. Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, and that's what I put on my list. Now, if you guys want to watch all three, I mean, I'm not going to say no. But
probably need to rewatch a lot of Star Wars. I feel like I don't recall most of it.
I have a take on my favorite Star Wars movie that for a lot of the Star Wars community probably isn't the greatest, because my favorite bits of
Episode 2?
Star Wars, no, it's just the Clone Wars in general, which I know most people agree is
Oh, like the cartoon?
yeah,
Yeah, the show fucks. That show's
and
really good.
the fucking movie,
Yeah,
I never watched.
it's okay.
I liked it.
I don't hate it, but it's
I
just
liked it a lot.
the show's better, but it's okay.
The show is better.
I never watched the show.
It's solid. It's really good. But like, if you're not into war, then you probably won't like it. Because like, other than Star Wars aesthetic, it's a war show.
It's a lot of shooting, yeah,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
pew pew.
It gets you super into it.
pew-pew
It's one of those
shows.
things where like,
There's a
And
lot of
don't get me
drama.
wrong, I do have quite a few. Like I have a couple sci-fi choices
Yeah.
on my list.
The clones being so similar but still having their own personalities and struggling with that is something I've always loved about Star Wars.
Yeah, there's like, this is for kids. Like,
Yeah.
because like you watch them die and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, they contemplate
honestly.
the meaning of existence, and that we're just like, this is the side shit.
Yeah.
This is just going on.
Also, the pew pew laser fights are really rad.
The pew pew laser fights are
I'm
pretty
not.
dope.
I'm not digging the pew pew laser fights, but that is what they are.
No, yeah, for sure.
The Dark Saber episode. Fuck, I loved the Dark Saber as a kid. That was the coolest goddamn
So
thing.
I don't think that's a hot take at all. That's a very cold take, man, dude.
Yeah, I don't know in what way is that a hot take, or is it a hot take?
Getting a little sensual.
Getting closer to the mic.
I feel like a lot of Star Wars diehards would.
No, ever since Disney fucked up Star Wars, the prequels are cool now.
Oh well, never mind then.
Is
I
that
don't
the
know
rule? Is that the?
I mean,
is
that's
that
the
the
rule I
ruling?
live by.
Is that the law of the land?
Anyway, so yeah, Return of the Jedi is my pick. Although I'm down to put all three Star Wars. If you need the context, all right. Speaking of, that's a warning. I do have sequels on mine because I do sometimes like sequels more than originals.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Heresy.
It happens. I mean, I have a sequel to something I've not even watched on here.
You know what?
I watched the sequel, but not the other ones.
I'm always confused by the order of the Honey, I did something to the family movies. It's like Shrunk the Kids, Blew Up the Kid, I Shrunk Us. That's a trilogy.
I knew that. I know
And there's
about
a
the
show.
Shrunk Us.
Yeah.
And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but I didn't know about the.
Yeah, there's a middle one where he like makes the baby big.
Oh,
It's crazy, right? Anyway, sorry. I was on Disney Plus the other day and I saw that and I was like, I've always been confused by like the chronology of them. All right, so next, Kim, you're up.
all
I'm
right.
glad
Well,
Honey, I Shrunk the
again,
Kids.
another one someone called, and this is the one that I ruined the VHS on. It is Fern Gully, the
That
last
makes sense.
rainforest.
Sexy smog man.
Hey,
Fern
listen.
Gully fucks.
This is not the only thing on this list where Tim Curry makes me feel things.
Tim Curry made me.
First of all, Tim Curry fucks. Second of all, Fern
Tim
Gully,
Curry fucks.
Fern Gully just in general fucks.
It is, and honestly, like, it's not just about like oh, cute little fairies and stuff. It's got a nice little it's got nice little songs, and the animation is solid.
Yeah.
That bat was the closest thing I ever had to a positive male role model.
I
name is
saw,
Batty.
I saw Fern Gully before I saw
Betty Coda.
Aladdin. So like, I was like, damn, this genie's just a ripoff of Batty.
You didn't realize they were both Robin Williams?
No, I knew that, but I was just like thinking like, okay, this is obviously they're trying to recreate what happened in Fern Gully.
They're trying to
It's the same
recapture the
character.
magic.
They are really similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just overall really solid. Honestly, nice messaging.
No, yeah, for sure.
Not that it worked, but
It looks rad. I have to agree on most points. I also grew up on that movie. I liked it a lot. Also, like Hot Fairy Chicks. I'm not gonna say no.
oh no.
Yeah. All right, Mox.
All right, next.
Or do you
up
want
on-
to skip yours because you added the other one?
Oh no. I definitely have one.
Well, Mox said Homeward Bound, and that's on my list, so I'm going to replace it with one of my honorable mentions.
Sure. I'm just gonna do the whole list now because fuck it, I don't care.
Well, next up, I gotta go with James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, I'm kind of
Oh.
upset that I didn't put that on here.
I also like that movie.
I watched that.
I
movie.
like it more than the book.
Honestly, the Centipede always just gave me, like, good vibes. He's just a good dude.
I
Centipede
think-
is the basis for a character.
think-
Oh, shut up.
I think my spider sense, if you know what I'm saying, kind
Oh
of
yeah, no,
started-
it definitely tracks
It
back.
kind of starts there. Yeah.
I want to give some clarification that for the longest time, Mox was entirely arachnophobic. but they were still over here. But Mrs. Spider.
Yeah, no, but I will simp over a spider lady.
Hey, you give me any spider lady in any setting, and I don't know what it is, but
yeah, no, listen, I get it, man. I'm not even afraid of spiders. I just straight up been turned on the whole time.
I'm just saying that they have had this weird dichotomy.
It's the fear.
It's about the fear.
It's part of it.
It's
yes,
part of it.
it's the fear and the power.
No, yeah, James and Giant Peach. That movie's great.
Yeah.
The only complaint I have about it is it takes too long to get started.
I will also
Yeah.
say, I also really enjoy Mr. Worm.
Yeah, no,
I remember as a kid constantly saying, it's oh, we'll just all shrivel up and die.
That look so peaches are my favorite fruit, and that 100% started because I was eating it because they made it look so fucking delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't. They put it in the, what are they called?
The mugs?
Yeah, well, mugs, but I'm thinking of...
Juicer.
Well, yeah, no, it's just ale mugs. It's mugs.
Pint.
It's mugs. Pint.
Pint.
Yeah, I got it now.
Thank you, Danielle. Were we moving on?
Yeah, I think that's so we don't.
Yeah, unless you want me to throw another one at you.
No. You're already one ahead because you interrupted to add another one.
I did.
Okay, so my next one, this one's a more modern one. It's one of my favorite action movies of all time. It is John Wick.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
I'm so excited. I watch this movie religiously. Other than the dog scene, which might be a little hard, it is so good.
I don't want to watch a movie where they're killing dogs.
But the whole movie is he's killing everybody because they killed his fucking dog.
Do you know when I stopped watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
The first episode?
When they killed the fucking dog, Ken.
All right, well, if you don't want to watch John Wick, I'll take it off. But
I'll watch John Wick.
it's
I just want you to be aware.
It's
I'm going to
such
be
a
very,
good...
very angry.
That's the point, though. You're supposed to be just as angry as he is.
We'll be on his side for sure.
This man destroys the Russian mafia for the sake of a fucking dog, and I'm here for it.
I mean, yeah, good vibes. It's just, ooh, that's hard.
Yeah. Like I said, if you can't do it, I'll take it off. No pressure. Honestly, I forgot about that. I was just too focused on the rest of the movie.
Wow, this is so cool. Shame about his dog.
Well, yeah, that's the inciting incident, but it's such a great movie. Anyway, Kim.
Oh, that's mine. All right. Okay. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
That's on mine too.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's on mine too.
So all three of us actually went to the movie theater together to watch this. Incredible. Again, I did not see the movies before this. I don't know the lore about Humpty Dumpty.
I don't know the Humpty Dumpty lore.
But it's just got such a strong and healthy depiction of anxiety and just fear in general, and the way they go about it to help Puss open up to this person who is trying to help, even if it is a little on the obnoxious side, it's endearing and it's sweet, and it just makes my heart.
I cried.
I remember.
I love the message about death. I love that there's three villains, but they all feel balanced, and it's all each one is telling a different message. And I love how much you can read into that movie. Somebody pointed out to me that Big Jack Horner is an obvious metaphor for Disney, just in general, because all the items he uses are from Disney movies. And
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he wants to control all the magic in the world and not have anybody else have it.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I look at you, DreamWorks.
Yeah, exactly. It was a cute little detail, and you don't even need to know that. It's just oh wow, that is a cool way to read that.
And the style just
also
it's beautiful.
Also, Death fucks, man. I want a whole Death movie.
I've started. So there's an empty hallway where I work. That's just a long corridor. So sometimes at night, when I have to, walk through there, I'll just pull up Death's theme on my phone and play it through the speakers. I'm walking through.
God, such a good movie. That's a good pick. That's on my list too.
Yeah.
Would it have been in yours?
It would have been. I didn't think about it.
It doesn't matter, dude. That means we got one. We got one.
Try,
yeah, that was
It's on the list for sure.
Hell
now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is solid. Honestly, if you have not seen that movie, and I understand if a lot of people are not into animation in that as much. However, it is just solid. If you like whimsy in any fashion, and whimsy with a touch of reality is just mwah.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic movie. It's like it hurts how good it is because it makes me be like, man, why aren't other animated movies this good? Like it was solid. I did not expect how as good it was as it was.
I suppose me next.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
yes.
right.
Okay.
So I got one here that I don't think either of you are going to have on your list.
Okay.
The Black Cauldron.
Okay.
Okay, you're right.
I
Because
don't
I tried
have it.
very hard to not just make it Disney movies.
I mean, we grew up on Disney.
I like the Black Cauldron. It's a little long. It's a little hard to get in. It's solid.
I loved it. That, like, the Black Cauldron cemented what a fave villain is in my brain.
I've literally never finished it.
Oh.
He gives up the sword, and I don't know what happens after that. I've never had the patience to finish it.
It's hard. I tried rewatching it recently, and it's still hard.
I'm not trashing on you. I'm excited.
Oh no,
to watch
I
it.
100%.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm just letting you know my history with it.
I can see that it can be a little bit difficult. It's still.
No, and I want to make this clear. I haven't tried to rewatch it. Unlike some other movies, where I'm like I rewatched it recently or whatever. I have not. I watched it on Disney Channel one time, and I'm like, this is boring, and I changed it to watch Danny Phantom.
It was the first DVD I ever owned.
Love that for you.
Yes.
I can't remember my first DVD. That's thinking
First
far back.
DVD.
I can tell you what my second one is too.
Oh, I don't even think I know. I don't know.
I know what the first DVD I bought with my own money is, because it's actually the next movie on my list.
Oh, well, I mean,
Segue.
not with my own money, but like I remember specifically, like really enjoying. Like this is not on the list, and it's just popped into my head, so I'm just gonna say it. Scooby Doo in cyberspace.
Yeah.
Solid.
I did enjoy that movie a lot.
I do know what my first DVD is. I actually do. I just remember what it was. It was Spider-Man. Like the 2001
This
Tobey
is
Maguire Spider-Man.
unsurprising.
That tracks.
No, yeah, because I remember because I got mad because I wanted the VHS.
You wanted the VHS?
Yeah, I didn't know that DVDs were the future. I was just like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do with this?
DVDs are obsolete now.
Oh yeah, but at the time I'm like, I want the VHS. What is this bullshit?
What is this cyber bullshit?
You at least had a DVD player, right?
I did. I had a PlayStation 2,
Okay.
so that was a DVD player.
If you had a PlayStation 2, you were the coolest kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and my brother had an Xbox, dude. And then the year after, I got a GameCube.
I mean, I had a GameCube and an Xbox.
I
My
still
older brother had a
remember-
PlayStation, but
The first GameCube game I ever bought with my own money was Shadow the Hedgehog, and I got it in the bargain bin. And this was back when GameStop still did like GameStop. They did like coupon
crazy.
shit, and they ended up owing me $2 for
taking
Shadow
that
the
game.
Hedgehog.
That's one of my life goals. I want to have enough coupons to be owed money. That hasn't happened to me yet.
Most places don't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, my next movie is actually the first movie that I bought with my own money, and I remember this because I went to a specific Walmart to buy a different movie, and I saw it there, and I bought 3 DVDs that day. I bought the Power Rangers collection, which is just a bunch of different episodes, Predator 1 and Predator 2. So I chose Predator 1 out of those 3. I fucking love Predator. I love it because it's like such a subversive masterpiece. Like it starts as like a shitty like action movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
They're saying like the one-liners and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden there's an alien. They're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And they'll just start getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really long time since I've seen that movie, so I'm having a hard time pulling it out of my head.
Guess who's only seen Predators and Aliens versus Predators?
Oh, honey, I can fix you.
It's been too long. It's not coming.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I adore Predator. Predator is one of like.
always been more of a Xenomorph fan myself.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
Well,
but
that's because they're sexy.
They are. They're weirdly sexy.
yeah.
That's the whole.
We'll get into burly men because then you'll like Predators. All right, so Kim.
Okay. This is another one that's going to be like a duh coming from me.
Yeah.
And that is Coraline.
Well, it's also on my list.
Yeah.
Okay. Be original, Mom. I'm just kidding.
So the thing with Coraline is that, you know, as children, we all feel a bit neglected sometimes. Even if you are like the most loved child on earth, we all feel that.
Yeah, we all feel that.
I have middle child syndrome, so I win.
Youngest.
Yeah, exactly.
Oldest.
I win. I am ignored.
I'm treated like a baby.
You are a baby.
I don't talk to my parents.
Anyway.
Not because of age. Just want to clarify.
But anyway, even if you are the most loved child on earth, you can occasionally feel like you weren't being ignored because you are a child, because they're busy, because of all these things. And that means everyone who watches this can understand on some extent on why they would want to do this. Why would they would choose to like go somewhere where they feel acknowledged. And that's what everyone wants, is to be acknowledged. Everyone wants to have some semblance of feeling like you are important to someone.
Yeah, that was really eloquent. Holy shit. Yeah, that was a great way to put it. I actually read the book to Coraline earlier. No, it was late last year. And I was surprised how, like, similar they are. Except for the fact that the movie makes it a little more whimsical. Which is cool. Like, the book's a little more of a horror story.
Yeah, it's like doe people.
Yeah, but, like, I think that kind of works more for what you're saying. Because it's very attractive. In the book, like, she is always a big spider lady.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like, ooh. But, like, in the movie, it's very much like, no, this is nice.
I do kind of like the dark whimsy.
Of course. That is the vibe that drew me in at first. But, like,
the message is also just so good.
That is that, like... You know, we all feel like that.
I still love that YB isn't in the book.
I love Wyborn. I think he is a neat little guy.
After reading the book, I know he is an unnecessary part of the story, but I don't hate him. He just need to be there.
Honestly, I have art on my wall of Wyborn with the stitches up in his mouth.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm a Wyborn stan.
No, I respect that. I'm not saying he's bad. I just, like, I know for a fact he didn't need to be there.
Look,
I
that was a
relate to the
gift.
character whose literal name is Why Were You Born? Woo.
All right.
Moving on to the, away from the sad.
What's your next movie?
Flubber.
Oh my god, I have that on my... I was talking about how it didn't make on the list, but it's in the honorable mentions because it's not that good.
No, but it's so fun.
It's
I have
all
to
nostalgia
clarify,
for
do you
me.
All
mean
nostalgia.
Robin Williams Flubber or the original?
Robin
fucking-
Williams.
I mean Robin Williams Flubber.
Okay, I had to clarify.
I think I just loved
Didn't
Robin
they make
Williams.
another one?
I think they made another one, but I remember it was already a remake. Flubber is a remake.
Yeah, and I'm aware of that.
I remember when I was a kid, I didn't watch Flubber till I was older. And when I remember about it was like I'm like, why is the goo thick? Like, because it would have like a booty and dance. And I was like,
because it's funny.
okay.
Because it's funny when it jiggle.
Jiggle, jiggle. Okay, but yeah, no, Flubber. That's great. I love that. I love you guys.
Yeah,
have
no, that
It's
one's in my honorable mentions. It's not on, like, the actual top 10.
Yeah. Okay,
Also, he like marries a robot.
It's a sweet story, but then he has, like, a daughter with, like, what was essentially his robot wife.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, that part kind of threw me.
Okay, so
And it had, like, angsty teen vibes.
I don't remember those details. So moving on, for me, this is one that I broke the VHS on because I watched it so much. It's to the point where my mom loves to tell the story. I wouldn't go to bed at night unless I watched this movie for at least 20 minutes. And it was Toy Story.
Oh, Toy Story.
I love Toy Story.
And that's just the
The
first,
first one,
Just the
right?
first
Okay.
one. I actually don't like most of the sequels.
I like Toy Story 2.
I don't like Toy Story 2 very much. I could watch it again. I haven't watched it in a few years. And I'm always open to like watch something again to see if I like it more. But I didn't like it when I was a kid. I didn't like it when I got older. I like Toy Story 3. I don't like Toy Story 4 at all. I hate Toy Story 4.
I think the reason why I liked Toy Story 2 more was because I could look at this grown man and say, you're the bad guy. But I can't do that with Sid. Sid's just a messed up kid.
I mean, yeah, and then also the fact that Woody's the villain of Toy Story.
Oh,
1.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know when like they were making it too, he was going to be even more of a villain.
Yeah.
He was just going to be straight up like a bad guy.
Yeah.
He was gonna put a snake in your boot.
Ha.
Put a snake in your boot.
Ha ha. Ha. Ha.
Haha.
They're doing this weird blinking thing
And,
that they
and by
picked up
boot,
recently.
I mean boot, like in the English sense that it's a trunk. So
Like an arse?
like I'm saying that I will put my pee in your arse. By the way, I'm the only straight one here. I want to make that clear.
Straight up gay.
You couldn't handle me. So Kim,
That's
All right.
my...
after Toy Story, after the most like,
Toy Story is great.
I'm saying we started talking
do you
about
have
fucking.
anything? Do you have anything to say about Toy Story?
I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait till we actually watch it. I mean, I've said the thing about like how my history with it. It was it and Bug's Life were the big ones for me, and I decided to pick Toy Story. But if I had to pick right now in this moment, I think I like Bug's Life more. But I don't know. It's like one of those like things I have to watch both, and I have to really like. It really depends on my mood.
All right.
But for the list, I chose Toy Story because it has more of an impactful like nostalgia thing for me.
Okay. Yeah. This is just a genuinely sweet movie. I'm glad that they fixed the way Andy looks.
Honestly, I heard this argument. People said that like they should remaster movies, like 3D movies, kind of like how they do with video games.
Yeah.
And I think Toy Story 1 would be a really good choice.
It would be. Yeah.
I just use those modern.
Yeah, like,
graphics.
keep all the voices the same.
Yeah.
Keep it all.
Shot
Just
for shot. Yeah.
update
Just make it
everything,
nice,
make
make
it
it
shiny
Just
and
some
new.
new models. Yeah.
Yeah. Make Andy look less terrifying.
Yeah. Make the dog an actual.
Oh my god, the
dog.
baby was terrifying.
The dog is not a dog. That dog is a creature.
Oh yeah,
dog
it
is a
had
fucking-
human eyes.
Yeah, and it's like a hammerhead shark because they're like over here. I'm gesturing to the side of my head.
I always thought, Pizza Planet pizza would taste like really gross and greasy.
I am confused as to whether or not the little alien is part of the Buzz Lightyear collection, or if it's just the mascot for Pizza Planet.
I think maybe it's like a collab because
Okay.
That
he's
would
in
be
the
my
Buzz Lightyear
guess.
cartoon.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
cartoons. It's in all the merch.
Did
I
anybody
think.
watch? Did anybody watch?
I think they're on like the packaging for
Yeah?
like Buzz Lightyears. If I'm
Okay.
not Buzz Lightyears, but like they're in the same aisles.
I will say this: there is one thing that Toy Story 1 is missing, and that's Emperor Zurg. I fucking love Emperor Zurg.
Well, that's just because it's Darth Vader.
And I love Darth Vader, baby. Anyway, Kim.
So my next one is. It is genuinely a good movie, but it is also on the sentimental side because my grandma took me to watch this, and it's The Corpse Bride.
Oh,
Well,
Is that on your list?
it seems you and I have once again.
we're not so different, you and I.
We're not so different.
But yeah, I remember, and I was like 11 or 12 at the time, and I remember bawling my eyes out and being embarrassed because my grandma is very, she was very stern woman.
I did not like that movie the first time I saw it as a kid. I adore it now. I love that movie now. And I'm pretty sure it was just because when I was little, I was expecting it to be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I was expecting the songs because I will die on this hill. I think that the songs in Corpse Bride aren't as good. There are two really good ones. Like I think is it Wonderful Day, the first song? The wedding, Wonderful Day for a Wedding or Terrible Day for a Wedding? I forgot what the
God, it's as goes as planned or something
yes,
like that.
that song is really good. And obviously
According to Plan. That's
According
the,
to Plan.
That's the name of the
According to
song.
Plan, that song really good. The other one obviously is the what was it? Something of the Dead? Like what? The first song they sing when they go to the underworld, like when they die.
Die, we all pass away.
Yeah, that one.
It's a little less memorable than Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's a solid.
As a
It's
movie,
so much
I love
jazz.
It's
it. Yeah.
phenomenal.
I, and you know me, I love my jazz,
Yeah.
but it's so flamboyant.
I definitely like the protagonist better.
Yeah, it's also
Victor's good.
so funny.
Well, also like the thing about Night Before Christmas, and in contrast to Victor, Victor's genuinely a good guy. Jack is not a good guy.
Jack is the villain. Well,
Jack
he's
is
one
a-
of two villains.
Jack, like, he is a lesser
Jack-
of the other villain.
Jack is a god that like does not know his place.
I'm just saying that, like, in the song where the trick-or-treaters
Yeah.
are, they will say that Jack will beat them black and blue, or black
Yeah.
and green.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're already dead.
he's a bad dude.
Jack is an angry king.
Jack is not a good guy.
I will say, Corpse Bride is also funnier. That movie is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It is very
my favorite
funny.
joke is the one where he's like, "What would your great grandfather think?" And then he just walks, "Where do you put the spirits?" And then she cracks me up all the time because he's like right next to the painting of himself. Also, the voice actors are just really good in that movie. That Corpse Bride is really
I
good.
love stop motion in general
No, for sure.
as like an art form.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you
no.
seen,
all of the pics we've had are just like heavy art influence.
Have you seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
I have. I love that movie.
I
is
haven't.
you need to see it.
You
I don't
would
know
love
where it's at.
I'm sure I would. I've seen clips,
Yeah,
but like,
it's a great movie. It's not on my list. I just recommend it in general.
I have a somewhat more recent
all
film,
right.
All right, go ahead.
in comparison to everything else I've been picking, and that's Wall-E.
All right. Wally's a
movie's like 10
sweet
years old.
movie.
What?
It's more.
The movie's like 10 years old.
I said somewhat more recent.
I have a
God,
modern
it's 10
movie.
years old.
It is, yeah.
Holy crap!
Speaking of films that we didn't get the message from,
That movie's really good. That movie.
It's so sweet.
Wall-E is so good.
fucking love
I
Wall-E.
disagree with everybody who says that it's worse in the second half. Because a lot of people say like once they get to the ship, it gets worse.
No.
Fuck you. It's just as good.
It's phenomenal.
I love that
Is it
movie.
just because it's not as like visual?
Yeah, pretty much. People get really pretentious about that. And I also like that as a hopeful ending. I live for some hopeful sci-fi. We don't get enough hopeful sci-fi.
I connected way too much with Wall-E as a character, and I was like, why does this one feel like me?
I'll be real.
I fell into the...
I have a sci-fi movie on my list, and it is not hopeful.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm telling you, unhopeful sci-fi is way easier.
It is. It's very easy to be bleak. That's why I love Wall-E so much.
Yeah, Wall-E's fucking great. I have no complaints. Anything more I have to say, I'll say it like when we're actually talking. Yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah.
Great pick. Not to say your other picks would be bad. That's just a great pick, though.
It's no Rocky
it's
Horror
me.
Picture,
Shit, right.
picture
yeah,
show.
it's yours.
Yeah, okay, it's me again. Okay, this next one is one that I adore. This movie. I actually want to get a tattoo of this. It's Lion King. It's the original Lion King.
What would you want to get tattooed?
Okay, so here's some context. My mom always used to say, "Remember who you are." Like whenever like we'd forget anything or anything like that, like she'd say shit like that, or like if we were like stressed. That's the first part. The second part is when I was really little and I learned about lions, because something about my household. My dad was the stay-at-home dad,
Okay.
and my mom went out to work.
Sure.
So I learned that lionesses are the ones that go and hunt, and dads are the ones that stay home and like protect the pack.
Okay, so you felt like a deep kinship with that.
I told my
yeah.
mom, I was like, "Hey, mom, did you know we're like a family of lions?" And because like the dad stays home and like protects us, and you go out and like get the food and shit. Not those exact words, but and then like so like I want to get it like because I decided I wanted to get a tattoo to like honor my dad, and I was like, okay, I'll get another one for my mom, and that one I want to get like the lion like in the clouds, and I wanted to say like remember.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's very sweet. Actually,
Yeah.
the next one on my list, I also want to get a tattoo of, but it's not going to be as sweet.
Oh,
it's
that's too bad.
it's just fun.
Love that. But yeah, I love Lion King. The songs fuck. That movie is weirdly short. Like I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 10 minutes.
And it just an emotional roller coaster the entire time.
It's so good. I really fought myself whether or not because the two movies that like get me in the gut are Lion King and Coco, and I couldn't pick one. I decided I cut Coco because Lion King's got the prestige, but I will say I do love Coco. That it would be an honorable mention.
I remember the
also
first
love
time I
Coco.
watched Coco and I bawled my eyes out, and I was at a party.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add Coco. Fuck
I
you
was
guys.
I was at a fucking party. People were around me.
Yeah.
And you
I
cried.
don't do that, by the way. Like these two understand that. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't do that.
I've never seen you cry.
They have, but I don't do that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, again, this list can be whatever I want it to be, so I added Coco. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, no, Coco's great.
I think we all agree Coco can go on the list.
I feel like a bouncer. You're on the list.
You are not on the list.
Oh, it's mine.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
What a
Beetlejuice.
surprise.
Beetlejuice?
Oh, you took my thunder.
Sorry.
Beetlejuice is sexy.
Okay, look, the musical, fantastic. Love that. But just Beetlejuice in general, it's...
Oh no, Beetlejuice fucks, dude. And I mean that, like the
No, like,
ghost
Michael
himself.
Keaton is just so freaking cool, man.
Oh my god, he's so cool. He's such a cool guy. Look, I love watching him in interviews because it's just like, yeah, of course I did that. Like he's just like so fucking rad. Like I remember when he was talking about like either one of the new Batmans or one of the new Spider-Mans, and he's just like, yeah, I don't get any of this like multiverse stuff, but it's cool. Like I get to come back. And he's like, yeah, you do, Michael Keaton. Yeah, you do.
Anyway, I want to get Beetlejuice riding a sandworm on my forearm.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Beetlejuice. It's a great movie, a great pick. Yeah, fantastic. I've told you this story a million times, I remember, because almost every time it comes up. But I love the story of Michael Keaton when he auditioned for it.
Yes.
Yeah, he said, like, they were like, just wear something crazy. And he's just like, and he went to the thrift store and put on a random outfit. And I think it's like the first outfit he wears in the movie.
I love that.
And I love Michael Keaton steals the show. I mean, the rest of the movie's good. I love all the characters are solid. Beetlejuice himself goes with the most. He earned that title, bro.
Absolutely.
I love whenever he changes the pitch of his voice. Is always fantastic.
Fun at parties.
Excited for the second one.
Fun at parties.
I don't care if it sucks. I'm excited for the second one.
I love anything Beetlejuice. I loved the musical. I love the original.
Obviously, you guys can't
Did
see
you watch the
this,
cartoon?
but like there's a
did a little bit.
Beetlejuice plushie up on our cabinet there that I pulled out of a claw machine once.
Oh, nice.
That's my little friend.
I one time spent $20 trying to get Danielle a Sonic plushie out of a claw machine.
I'm really good at claw
I
machines.
am not very good at claw machines, and I learned that day. I was at the arcade, and I'm like, oh, Danielle would love that. And
Moxie has seen my claw machine.
I wanted
Prowess?
I wanted
Prowess
to kill
in action.
I wanted to kill somebody by the end.
What was it, like 3 times in a row? I don't think I could duplicate that, actually. I feel like I just kind of had like my big dick energy out, and it was there.
You got it out of the drawer?
I got it out of the drawer to play with claws.
Nice. All right, Mox.
Nimona.
Oh,
Really?
on the
I
list.
First of all-
adored that movie.
First of all, now you could have said a more recent pick. That movie came out last year.
Yeah.
Just gonna throw that out there.
A more recent pick, The Sandlot.
A more recent pick, Citizen Kane.
A more recent
From
pick,
19
Fucking Goonies.
The
Man
ori-
stands and falling down.
the original King Kong, which the movie is as old as the death penalty. Fun fact. Anyway,
Anyway, yes.
Yeah,
Explain your reasoning.
oh my fucking god.
Absolutely love the representation in Nimona. It kind of plays on that, like, everybody's alone. If you're sitting on the sidelines and you're discounted and you don't feel like you can count on anyone else, if you're at the fringes of society and other people are looking down on you, it's them disassembling the establishment and the bullshit it puts them under, the duress.
Absolutely. It is a punk ass film.
It is.
I really want to read the comic.
I
do
also want to
too.
read the comic.
That's how much I liked it. There were some things that are a little, not cringe, but there's some things that I was like, okay, it's just high energy, and I'm not matching that energy. But like most of the movie, I love it, and like some things are really funny. Like I still love cutting off arms is not a love language.
Yeah.
That's such a funny fucking line. But yeah, some of the shots are really cool. One of my favorite moments is still when like the boyfriend, I forget his name, but he has like a whole freak out, and then it turns out he didn't do any of that.
Golden loin.
Yeah, he didn't say any of that. That was just in his head. I love that moment.
I
I also love just how they're gay. Like, good for them.
Yeah. I love the general, like, the overarching message that things aren't always as they appear and to not judge, people on their exterior. I love that, like, people are different on the inside is just the whole message of the film
I think
from, like, 12 different angles.
I think the only negative is that I have is like the main dude is kind of a huge pussy. And,
I mean,
and
He
like,
had a lot working against him.
he did.
yeah.
I do like it when he actually, because like they hype him up as like a really good knight, And like when he gets to fight, he's really good at it, and I like that. I'm not saying that he had to like flex on people and like be like the hyper competent guy. I just thought a lot of the movie he was complaining a lot, and it was a little annoying. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, if your whole life is upheaved underneath you,
Yeah, but like stop complaining. Just do something about it.
just
Just
you
do
lost your arm
something.
and your status and the love of your life, and you're like wanted. Also, now there's this weird shapeshifter
Yeah,
who's
so
just
stop-
like tagging along.
Stop fucking crying about it. You
But
don't see
also,
me?
like, I just personally the tagline of, "Well, I'm not a girl. I'm a shark." Ngang, ngang.
But I'm not a people.
Yeah.
You know, I know you like that one a lot.
I do like that
Okay.
one.
So this next one for me. I'm sorry. Nimona. Great pick.
It is.
Go ahead.
My next one is actually, it's not a Ghibli movie, but it is my favorite anime movie.
All right.
It's called Your Name. Have either of you guys heard of it?
I've heard of it.
heard
I've
of it.
seen.
It is literally
some
like the
things.
most beautiful movie I've ever seen. It is a romance movie, which I know from Ken. That's what Ken. You romance?
What?
Yeah. I guess they don't understand the sarcasm. I both am like loving of all things romantic, but also I cringe so hard at romance. Like it has to be quality or I can't.
Yeah, a brief depiction of Ken seeing a romance scene is, "Hey, they're kissing."
Why is my phone just freaking out today?
So
Why today?
I'll just sum up the movie really fast. This is actually the less you know, the better. So I'm excited that neither of you've seen it. Basically, Your Name. The premise is that it's a small town girl.
Living in a lonely world?
They live in a lone world, and he's a city boy.
Did they take a midnight train?
Is it going anywhere?
There is a train at some point. But that's not no. What it is, it's more anime magic bullshit actually. Because
Is it time travel?
No, what it is it's
Body swapping.
It's Freaky Friday,
Okay.
but a romance. So basically, she wants to live in the big city. He's just tired of like the city. So like they swap body. They wake up in each other's bodies, and they start living each other's lives. And it's like a romance how they start falling in love with each other, just seeing the actions of like people around them and how people react to the way they act. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful film. And there's like some caveats to the magic. Like for example, because like before you ask. Yeah, they explain that like no, they don't remember each other's names after they swap. Like that's one of the things. That's why they can't just Google each other.
They couldn't just write it down and be like, oh.
They could, but instead they write stupid messages like "Stop touching my boobs."
Romance.
Yeah.
Well, did you know that in again, sorry to bring this to a different
No, you're fine.
movie, but in Spirited Away, Chihiro does not remember going to the spirit realm at the end of that movie. That's something that Miyazaki has said before that. She does
Really?
not recall going to the spirit realm. She's learned and she grew, but she does not remember.
Wow, that's too bad.
Well, hopefully, like, you know, because they said that they would see each other again, so hopefully that's something that could be like...
Yeah. Oh yeah, but Your Name, fantastic film. Gets me to cry every time. It is. I'm so excited that neither of you seen it.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I do have a Ghibli movie later, but that is my favorite anime movie. Your Name is fantastic.
All right, next up.
Timothy.
Okay. This one is more of my nihilistic pleasure. This is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Really?
I love it.
Like the one with what's his face?
I don't remember the
Oh my
name.
gosh, what's
It's a good movie, though.
It's nihilistic and it's
A better book.
fun.
Yeah,
I've read the book. I've not finished the book series, but I have read.
Neither
the
have
book.
I. I've read the first book, and I've seen the movie, and I remember not liking the movie. But
The book is obviously better.
Yeah.
The book is better, but
You know, it's funny because people think the audio drama is better. Like people are like, it's.
I've never listened to the audio drama.
Me neither, but people say it's the
I
best
like
version.
those.
Yeah.
Hey, funny enough, I like podcasts.
What? People say that's the best version. It's actually really interesting. I watched this whole video talking about how like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is really interesting because the original author has had a lot of involvement with pretty much every version. And so he would always update the jokes depending on what medium it was in.
Oh yeah, that's clever. That I mean,
Yeah.
not maybe not clever, but like, it keeps it fresh.
Exactly, and like that's why there's no definitive version of Hitchhiker's Guide because each one is its own thing. I mean, like,
Yes.
they're all telling the same story, but like each one's telling different jokes.
I love that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, I put your mom in the
I
wrong spot.
am a nihilist at heart. I genuinely don't think most things matter, and I like to have fun with it.
Nice.
Is it me next?
Yeah.
So, Spirited Away
Okay.
Okay.
is on my list.
Tell me about this obscure film. Like
This obscure film,
yeah, that nobody's ever heard of.
One that
we didn't
definitely
mention
didn't
5
mention.
minutes ago.
Well,
Whoopsie.
my uncle introduced me to like anime in general and a lot of video games, and I have a lot of fond memories from that time. And I remember very distinctly sitting down and watching Spirited Away with him. And I absolutely love the movie. I love the little soot sprites. I love what the fucking old man long arms. Kamaji, that's the guy.
Dr. Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik, you're right. Spindly arm, Daddy Robotnik.
Yeah, he is very much Eggman.
He just looks like He's Eggman, yeah.
He's Dr. D.
Excuse you.
And it just sort of kicked off a lot of my love for anime in general.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a lot of Miyazaki movies do that for people. I'm still gonna get you to watch Princess Mononoke. It's so good.
Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind like blew my pants off, and I love Princess Mononoke.
I've never seen Princess Mononoke.
I literally bought it, and it's in that cabinet over there, in where I keep my other shit. It's in there. We're gonna watch it.
I would say add it to your list. You have to. They'll have to do it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Do it. Write it down.
Hey.
I'm gonna be ahead of everyone with my list. It's so long.
If I could sneak it.
Part of me is lying just to force you guys to watch movies.
I'm aware. I knew what this was. I know a ruse when I see one.
An honorable mention.
You gonna say it or?
The Sandlot.
I do love this.
I do genuinely
It's a good
love The
movie.
Sandlot.
It's fun.
Yeah, I literally, I will not.
It's a
Dude,
clean 80s fun.
I'm not gonna say no because I get to rewatch The Sandlot. Like, yeah, no, that sounds beautiful.
The first time I ever watched that movie, I was eating watermelon. It was a very hot summer day. We were at daycare. It was the first time I ever tried candy cigarettes, and we were just trying to emulate the cool kids in the 80s movie.
They're fucking gross. They're just chalky.
They're
not even that
basically chalk.
sweet.
It might have been chalk we were eating for all I know.
I love them. Like, I don't care. It made me want to eat chalk.
I remember we went into the backyard. We spit out like the watermelon seeds, and we're like, we're gonna grow watermelons. We're gonna be independent. We're gonna go run down some railroad tracks, like Stand By Me. Unrelated movie.
It's also a good movie.
Also a good
really
movie.
good one.
And we climbed over the fence, and then we broke part of the fence with golf clubs that we found, and then we got caught, and then it wasn't as fun.
Just like that is
Anyway.
the perfect example of like people being like, "Look at what the media does to our kids."
It turned them violent.
My Moxie beat a wall with golf clubs.
My little old Moxie.
Anyway.
I don't know why I became an old woman there.
I don't know where to go with that.
So anyway, yeah, The Sandlot was a good movie.
Okay.
30 years ago.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you haven't, I know at least you're gonna love it.
All right.
Have you guys seen Pan's Labyrinth?
I have. Once, not recently.
Yeah.
But I am aware of it, and I have seen it. Blink, blink.
I'm aware of its existence and contents.
Okay, Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is really, really, really fucking good. Sum it up really fast. Basically, little girl gets taken to like a military camp because her mom got impregnated by the general. And so she keeps interacting with like magic fae spirits, but the movie makes it really vague whether or not she's actually interacting with that, or if she like is just imagining it to cope with like this fucking rebellion that's going on in Spain.
That's a little horrifying.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I actually, when I was putting this list, I was talking to my cousin who was coming to visit, and I asked him because it came up Pan's Labyrinth. I was like, "So do you think that she was actually talking to the Fae, or do you think it was all in her head? And his reply was, she needs to have been talking to the Fae, or else I could not handle that ending. It would be too sad. The magic has to have existed. And that's what I will leave you with. It is a beautiful film. It's got that creepy, kooky vibe. There's a monster in it that has like eyes on his palms, and he goes like this.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
You know how much I love me some eye-themed monsters.
My favorite guy, my favorite is the faun himself, Pan. Because by the way, I will say the movie is in Spanish, so you're gonna have to need some subtitles. But like, siempre habla así, and he like clicks his teeth. And he like walks around because he's more plant than like animal, and it's I love the fucking faun.
That makes me think of another thing that I should have on this list. Little Shop of Horrors.
You don't have Little Shop of Horrors?
I should, but I don't.
Well, I'm gonna add that for you. I'm gonna give you a free one. Not that any of this matters. This is all arbitrary.
It's going in a hat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's on my list is out.
Little Shop.
It's on.
Is it?
Little Shop of Horrors is on your list?
No, it's out.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a lot, but
Yeah,
you can just contribute with your thoughts, because I'm sure there's plenty on my list here that you're going to be like, oh hell yeah.
So was Little Shop was Little Shop on your list?
It was not,
Okay.
but it should be. But I also haven't seen it, so
Okay. You haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors?
no, I have not.
You've never seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Nope.
Oh, Mox,
Wow.
you'd love it. It's so good.
I'm
It's a
very sure
musical.
I've seen enough like references and some of the songs to know that I'd probably love it.
Family Guy
never
don't
sat down and
count,
watched it.
Mox.
Okay. Let's check in. Where are we at? How much more do you have left?
12.
I have 9.
Well, Jesus Christ.
How about you?
Oh, I'm done. My list is done.
Oh, well, I guess...
Okay, so I guess Kim and I will just bounce back and forth.
It's either 11 or 12.
I have 9. So let's keep going, you and me. You hop in if you ever get one, okay?
Yeah,
We'll try to go through it a little fast.
Yeah.
or like if you guys go like just
if you
give
have,
me a
like, a
second to
random
say
tangent.
something else.
Yeah, or if you have, like, a tangent to go off of.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of
just give me the empty time and I'll fill it with something.
I'm going to skip ahead then. Spider-Verse, because I know you mentioned it. It was on
Oh
yours.
shit, yeah, that. Yeah.
Mine is Into the Spider-Verse. Was yours Into, or was it the second one?
Mine was Across the Spider-Verse.
Yours is Across. Okay, so we have different ones.
So we have different ones.
Okay.
And that's only like I absolutely loved the first movie,
Yeah.
and the second one just built off of it so well.
Well, my biggest problem is just that it doesn't finish. Like, that's the reason why I can't say it's a better movie.
That's true, but I love it so much.
It's really good. I can't say it isn't. I just like the first one a little bit better.
That's fair.
Until the third one comes out, then the second one will be perfect. Because now it has an ending.
Although I will count them as like one film.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't sit. Oh, go ahead.
So then the next one on mine would be We're Back.
Oh!
I love We're Back.
I love when they turn into rabid dinosaurs.
Don't they eat
That
like
was like the saddest part of the
they
movie,
eat
Mox.
they eat like screws to become smart. I love that movie. It's ridiculous, and I love the T-Rex is orange. I'm all here for it. I have no other commentary. It's perfect. He's a mailman at the end, right?
I think. Either way, like it was another one of those things where it was like, it was a formative, just bubble in my head when that little boy is over here like, I'm gonna run away and join the circus.
Yeah.
No, you?
Me, and I like clowns.
All right. Next one for me. Terminator 2. Judgment
I've
Day.
not seen any of the Terminators.
Okay, so I do recommend the first one because the first one is a really good movie.
Very aware of
Yeah.
like what goes on in those movies, but
Yeah.
I've never actually sat down and watched
So
them.
Terminator 1 is a straight horror movie, just with a robot instead of a man with a knife. Good movie. Terminator 2, though, masterpiece of filmmaking. Fantastic film. I don't even want to go into it. It's really good. I'm actually curious to have you watch it without any context. But if you need to watch the first one first, I will count that. We can watch the first one first. But Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies. Like, since I was little, shit got me into cinema. I love it.
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead.
The Road to El Dorado.
Oh my god! Why isn't this on my list?
Yeah, I'm dumb for not thinking of that one.
God, that one's so good.
That is my favorite depiction of a polycule in media.
Yeah, they really are though. Like you will not change my mind on that. They are all
So,
three of them
was
are
Shell
fucking.
part of the El Dorado camp, or was she just happened to be a different native? That is a question that I've had for a while.
Camp?
Like the El Dorado guys, like the people from El Dorado. Is she from El Dorado, or she's just in?
Oh,
I
she
think,
is from
yeah,
El
yeah,
Dorado,
she's
yeah.
a native. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she is from there. She took off because she
was
didn't-
trying to steal.
Yeah, she didn't want to.
No, but why would she be trying to steal them? Because like, to her it would have no value if she was from there.
I don't know if they
think
thought
she
it
was
through.
bored. I think she was fucking bored.
Like, I always interpreted that she's not from El Dorado. She's a native, but she's not from El Dorado. That's the way I read it.
Well, they seem to accept her pretty quick.
They accepted them in general. Anyway, sorry, I didn't make this like a theory thing. I just
Yeah,
like,
no, I just
it's
I
like
don't
something
I don't
think-
know. It's
just a theory.
It's a little odd, but they
Because like they show that to the people of El Dorado, the gold has literally no value.
To
yeah.
Shibalba.
Shibalba.
To Shibalba?
Anyway, yes, those three.
Oh yeah,
are
she also knows
fucking-
what Shibalba means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She knows that. Damn,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Anyway, okay.
Ghostbusters
Which one?
first.
Come on.
Ghostbusters. Anything with Slimer in it is fucking ruined. I hate
I'm
that
gonna be
guy.
honest. Mock's controversial take, which is not a very hot take. I know this for a fact, but there is only one Ghostbusters movie. Everything else is fan fiction.
When there's something strange
In
your neighborhood.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
All right. Next for me is gonna be my.
Might have peeked there.
It's gonna be Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, explain.
It's a real pretty movie with good songs.
It's
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know, like I
I
have,
don't like the live action.
I hate the
version.
live action one. I don't have like a deep thing. I just think I like the Beast a lot. I like the message.
I like the dresser with a straight up baseball bat ready to bean a guy.
Yeah, I like the. I think it's got some of my favorite music, in like a Disney movie. And like I said, I was trying to limit myself of how many Disney movies I picked, and I was like, I wanted to not say Beauty and the Beast, but I couldn't because that one's really pivotal. It was either that or Hunchback, and I just like Beauty and the Beast just a little bit more.
I will say the next one on my list is technically a Disney movie, but it's like a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, is it Hocus Pocus?
It is Hocus Pocus.
I do love Hocus Pocus.
I had to resist the urge to put Hocus Pocus. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
I
didn't think
have
about
no
it, but if I
such
did,
resistance.
Yeah. No, I don't need an explanation. I fucking love that movie. Did you like the second one?
I think it was all right.
It was fine.
It was
right?
fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I really wish they would have brought back.
They
kids
tried a
from the first
little
one.
too hard, I think.
Yeah, I will agree with that. But my favorite part is I wanted to see more shenanigans with the witches, and I got that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I will say
and also the ladies seem to have a lot of fun with it.
I
so.
hated the ending though. I do not like the redemption. I'm very much like they ate babies. Like they
Yeah,
they should not be redeemed. Controversial pick.
children.
Yeah, controversial pick.
I forgive you.
They literally talk about fucking Satan in the first movie. I do not think they deserve
Yeah.
to be redeemed.
So, I have a Halloween movie, a yearly tradition. I would watch Scary Godmother.
Yeah, I know we've gotten into this.
Do you have it?
Scary
You
Godmother?
can just pull it up on YouTube.
Oh, sick. That's
Scary
going on.
Godmother is so bad, and I love it.
I love
It's
Scary Godmother.
No, like animation.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
yeah, but it's wonderful.
But also, Scary Godmother's a baddie.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many
Cartoon pointy
queers can we
boobs.
fit into a single Halloween party? Was the vibe.
Blah blah blah.
I don't say blah blah. That's a very different movie.
Yeah,
It is.
I can't believe nobody
I
said Hotel
don't-
Transylvania.
I don't super care for them. They're fine.
I only like the first one.
I thought you were about to say I only like Mavis, and I was like, hey, I get it.
Saving grace of all of those movies.
Goes without saying. Did you actually? Fun fact. Did you know this? Mavis was actually a 3D model made for a different movie. But that movie got canceled. So like they just slapped her into Hotel Transylvania.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I wonder what that other story would have been about.
No idea, right?
It was a Hex Girls movie.
But like, yeah, it's just a random 3D model that like super exploded in popularity because of that, and it's crazy, right? And you know, the reason why I don't love Hotel Transylvania is because like there's like no focus to the plots. They feel like they should be a TV show. Because like even the first movie is like, my daughter Mavis, she's going to turn 118. Oh no, a human! And then like the whole movie's about the human. Mavis is like not in the movie anymore. And then at the end,
It really should be more about her, huh?
yeah, right. And then it's like, oh, Mavis meets the human. Oh, and
Oh
then,
no,
like,
she like a human.
yeah,
I don't know why she's
oh!
Italian.
And then-
Why he's
and then-
Italian
and then-
now?
because he's a vampire.
Now I'm bonding
Oh,
with
yeah,
a
that's right.
human.
So that inside joke, vampires are Italian and they all have mustaches.
Super Mario, I know what you're about. And then like in the second one, it's like Mavis and Mavis and the boy had a baby, and then Mavis and the boy leave, and now I'm with the baby. And like,
And the baby is maybe vampires?
Mavis vampires. What the fuck is this movie? Like, what
Now
is-
we're on a cruise and I'm dating
And
again.
there's a weird dog!
No, not even that part. Hold on, slow down. We're still in the second one. Like, because like Mavis meets like the parents, but also we're gonna throw a party. But then like Dracula's dad shows up, and now the movie's about him. Like, it has like no focus. And then the third one, yeah, they're on a fucking boat, and like if you didn't watch the short, you don't know where the dog came from. And then the fourth movie, they couldn't even get Adam Sandler back. And it's like it's an Amazon Prime exclusive.
And Adam Sandler will like deliberately like
He'll do a lot.
Yeah, he'll do a lot because he's like, yeah, I'm having fun with it, but it's also a job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear he's a great guy. I hear he's
Yeah.
a great person.
He seems
behind
like
the scenes.
a chill dude.
I've heard nothing but good things about him.
Yeah, he like supports local businesses. He loves helping up and coming actors. Apparently he's like super respectful whenever they film. Like, yeah, no, I hear nothing but great things. I do love the meme that's like, is this an Adam Sandler outfit or is this a lesbian?
Oh, yeah, those are funny.
Because the way he dresses, yeah,
It's very hard to tell.
it is extremely hard to tell. Anyway, Hocus Pocus. Okay, back to me.
Hocus Pocus, there goes our focus.
We all have varying levels of ADHD.
My next pick is Prince of Egypt.
So, I love that movie. My family was never very religious,
Yeah.
so they were always like, "Why are we watching this?"
Yeah.
But a lot of people like I don't. It has nothing to do with the actual like religion that it's based around. It's just
Well,
good.
that's my favorite part of that movie is the fact that it's a Bible story, but like, it tells it like a mythology. Like it just tells it like a story.
yeah, exactly. You get the same vibes as like you would from Hercules.
Exactly, and that's what I love about it. Although I will say that I think one of my favorite moments is the burning bush, because it has a lot of really subtle things. Like first of all, it's Val Kilmer's voice, like the guy who voices Moses
Yeah.
is voicing the burning bush. So it's like God literally talks to you in your own voice. I think that's cool. And then also he just pisses God off. Like at first God's like, "No, bro, love and free your fellow brothers," and then he's like, "I don't know if I can do that." He's like, "Bitch, I am God. I will burn. I'm still the Old Testament Lord."
Oh, I was trying to
I'm
be
kind
nice,
of a
motherfucker.
dick.
Yeah. Kill the firstborns, Moses. Like seriously, when a voice in my head tells me to kill the firstborns, I go to prison. But Moses becomes the savior.
I don't know how fair that is.
It's not. But also, we don't live in Bible times.
Yeah, Moses also got to live to like 300 years old because that's when Adam's seed was still strong.
So my next one is The Fifth Element.
I love The Fifth Element.
What
It's so good.
the fuck?
It is.
I did not expect that from you, but I'm so
What
happy.
do you mean? I love sci-fi.
What?
Yeah.
Where was this Kimmy, and why are you hiding it from me?
Do you know how much me and Kimmy nerded out about trying to make the spaceship?
No, I thought Kim just liked characters. I didn't realize it was because of like space shit.
I love space shit, bro.
Oh, Kim, I love you.
I was able to
Why do
talk
you
to
hide
Kimmy
this
about
from me?
like there's gonna
When
be,
we
like-
were talking about Starfinder, I literally made an android. What do you want from me?
Because I thought you just like main characters. I didn't realize like you actually like gave a fuck about it.
we were
It's
discussing like the
cool.
vent
I
systems.
just like when things have focus. I don't like it when it's a mix. It pisses me off.
Gotcha. Oopsie poopsie.
I want it to make a decision. I want you. Are you either sci-fi or are you fantasy? Don't do both. Well, no, this film, Fifth Element, definitely does both,
Yeah,
but like
that's
it does
both.
it right.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like there's that whole philosophical thing that the technology is so advanced it basically just becomes magic.
Yeah, and I like being able to tell the difference.
I also like twisting that on its head and making magic so advanced that it's indistinguishable from technology.
Yeah, they have that in the Marvel comics. The Mandarin's 10 Rings, that's basically what they are. They're magic that's so like hyper like focused, it's basically technology. Anyway, my next one is also a Bruce Campbell. No, I'm sorry, Bruce Willis movie.
All right.
It's my favorite Christmas movie. It's Die Hard.
Fuck you. just fuck you.
I watch it every Christmas, and I love it to death.
I've watched Die Hard through once. And gotta say,
I've seen Die Hard every year.
Well, you said it was
since,
like a
8th
tradition.
grade. Yeah,
Like
Pretty
it
mid.
is straight up a tradition for you.
yeah.
I'll watch it.
Did you say pretty mid?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said to me?
Yeah.
Die Hard's a fucking fantastic film. You shut the fuck up.
Pretty mid.
Bro, no. Fuck you. Die Hard's fantastic.
Oh no, I have glass in my feet. We gotta save people now.
Yeah, it's called drama, dickhead. I'm sorry that not all movies are about little kids playing with baseballs.
Getting bit by dogs.
So when it comes to my next one, I did mention earlier that there is a second thing where Tim Curry makes me feel things, and that is
Rocky
Muppets
Horror.
Treasure Island.
Fuck.
Long John Silver.
We're gonna watch Treasure Island twice. You know that? This Treasure Planet is also based on Treasure
Oh
Island.
yeah. That's true. But yeah,
I'm gonna watch Treasure.
who doesn't like a Muppets movie?
No, I love
a
Muppets.
Muppet.
Yeah.
If I'm a Muppet,
I
I'm a
actually-
very
I'm
manly
excited,
Muppet.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to watch that because I get to be like, wait, but Tim Curry was good pirate. Now he's mean pirate. I'm confused.
Why is Daddy Curry me?
I'm gonna save one of the really good ones for last, but I have two more.
I've actually gotten to like a lot of the schlock now, that they're not as like good movies.
I've skipped a couple because we've either mentioned them or
Yeah. This one's a much more recent action movie that I love. Baby Driver.
never heard.
It's about this. So basically, it's about a guy who has tinnitus. That's when he constantly.
Yeah,
hearing.
I know that.
But he's a getaway driver, and he has like a compulsion. So he listens to a lot of music to drum it out.
Okay, sure.
And he has kind of like a compulsion where he has to do everything on beat. So it's an action movie where everything is on beat. He's
Okay.
the director is the same guy who directed the Cornetto trilogy, and Scott Pilgrim. It is
Okay, Scott Pilgrim, I know.
Yeah. You know this Cornetto trilogy: Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
talked about that. I just
Yeah.
always forget that it's about ice creams.
It's not about. It's just a funny. Coincidence.
No, it's totally about ice cream.
Baby Driver, because I couldn't pick one of the Cornetto trilogy as much as I wanted to, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do Baby Driver because Edgar Wright is my favorite director.
Sure.
And Baby Driver, I love that movie to death.
So this is my second to last,
Okay.
and it is Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. I don't care. It's good. It's good. I don't care. You can get nothing more out of me than that. I like it. I love my Pokemon. I have a Pokemon tattoo on my leg. It's
You should say Mewtwo Part 1.
So, I love me some Pokemon movies, but I'm sorry. The one with Lucario and the Mew in the giant tree, whatever the fuck
you
that
don't even
one's
know what
called.
its name is though. Like I know Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Look up the name.
It's
I'll write
in
it
my
down.
head.
Hey, don't pokey shame him.
Don't pokey
just
shame
them.
me.
That's not fair. Like, just because I know my favorite Pokemon movie is Destiny Deoxys doesn't mean that, that Monks needs to know the name of theirs.
Give me a second. Hold on.
I want to clarify. I fell out of Pokemon.
Tree of beginning.
I fell out of Pokemon like a while ago. I don't hate it. I'm just not a huge fan.
I'm big Pokemon fan.
Tree. I'm just gonna put tree.
All right.
We'll know what we're talking about.
Okay.
That was gonna be a bitch to find.
Did you
by
have
the way.
another one?
I have a couple more.
Okay, cool. I have one
Yeah.
more after
All right,
this.
cool. So after that, it'll just be me list of movies I like. Okay, so I'm gonna do my Ghibli movie now then, just to get it out of the way. It's A Whisper of the Heart.
I haven't seen that one.
I also haven't seen it.
I'm actually excited to watch it then, because we're all creatives and it's really good. It's kind of like Kiki's Delivery Service,
All right.
except Kiki's is about taking something that you love and getting burnt out because you turn it into work, versus Whisper of the Heart is kind of about finding that thing you love and deciding that you don't want to just experience it anymore, that you want to be part of it, like you want to contribute to it. And I love that. It literally is the movie that inspired me to want to be a writer.
Okay. Yeah, there's always something about the creative process that is just very fulfilling. So as long as you're able to pull through that, there's always a huge curb.
No, for sure.
Hell, even this process has been a bit of a... We had some trouble.
We were trying to set this up for like 2 hours.
Yeah. I helped.
Anyway, so Kim Rooney.
Okay. So my last one on here is very good, and I think we can all appreciate this, and it's The Princess Bride.
I can agree.
Fuck!
I can agree with that.
Why didn't I think of that?
It's fucking funny and cute, and also like whimsy as heck.
It's so good. It's like one of those. So like, I read the book for Princess Bride, and I will say the movie's better, in my opinion. There is only one scene that's better in the book. Well, that's not true. There's two things. One is the book actually goes into oh my god, what's the giant's name?
Oh man.
Wow, I feel like an
Okay,
idiot.
hang on.
Anyway, it goes into his backstory, which is actually pretty good. And
Unemployed in Greenland.
It talks about how he became a wrestler and all that stuff, and I really like it. But my favorite scene in the book, because the sword fight, obviously the sword fight.
Oh yeah, Inigo Montoya is always like
Inigo Montoya is like top 10
tier.
favorite characters.
Yeah.
Inigo, their sword fight in the book is only made better, not because it's like necessarily like a better scene. It's just because like the hype it has, like the way it's described.
The banter gets me.
No, yeah, for sure. I love it in the movie.
Developed
Don't-
my
don't-
sense of humor.
Nice. Don't get me wrong. The movie does it perfectly. I wouldn't trade that sword fight for the world. But it's just in the book, the way it talks about it, makes it, it's like some anime bullshit. It's like the fucking trees like wavered from their clashing. Like it's insane, and I really like it. But either way, the movie I do like more than the book in general, though. I do think it's a better, more streamlined version of the story.
Another quote from that I just absolutely adore is, "Your friend here is only mostly dead."
I say that one way too much.
I hear that one.
That's
very
because you're
frequently.
dead most of the time.
So I have 3 more.
All right.
And
Let's
I
go.
feel bad because I described them as schlock, even though one of them is actually just a really good movie, and that's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
We were just mentioning that.
Yeah, we were talking about Planet of the Apes earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about how, no, you cannot take on a chimp. You would lose. I don't care how strong you are.
If you've seen Up, you know what I'm talking about. Up is a scary movie. Not Up, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, what? I know you couldn't see my face, but it was just,
I get Up and Nope confused all the time.
Okay, I don't know what Nope is.
Nope. So, you know, Get Out? The movie Get Out?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's another scary movie. Doesn't matter. The guy who makes that movie made Nope. It's really good, but literally the scariest scene in the whole movie has nothing to do with like the main villain and just with an escaped chimp. It is the most horrifying, one of the most horrifying
Okay.
scenes. It is one of the most horrifying scenes I've ever seen in a film.
I'm just an animal person, so
Yeah.
like the fact that I just know these things about chimps
Yeah.
is just, they're scary.
No, yeah, they're horrifying.
They are people with like the biggest gnashers I've ever seen.
Yeah. Anyway, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is the second movie in the trilogy. You don't need to see the movie before it. But if you want to, I'm not gonna say no. I love the Planet of the Apes.
I'll sit down and watch it again.
I fucking love those movies. They were really good. Also, we were dead tired when we were watching them, so I don't expect you to like remember every detail. And then my other
His
two
name was Caesar.
Very good. Then the last two movies are slasher movies because I felt like there was not enough slasher representation on my list. So one of them is Scream.
Okay, Scream's solid.
I adore Scream.
Scream is great.
Scream is a very good movie. It sucks because I love the Scream franchise, but not like the first two sequels. Like I don't like Scream
How
2.
did you feel about the most recent one?
I loved Scream 6.
Okay, I liked it too.
Yeah. I will say the worst part is when they reveal who did it, but that's the worst part of every Scream.
That's fair.
The only one who did it well... Okay, that's not true. Two of them did it well. Scream 1, even though it gets like kooky. Scream 4 is my favorite, though, when it comes to the reveal. The reveal is really good in Scream 4.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with all these Screams.
You're fine.
I have two things real quick I want to add to the list.
Go ahead.
Just because I really want to watch them back to back.
Sure.
It.
Okay, and part 2?
And, yeah.
And what?
It part 2. Like, it's a two-parter.
Oh.
Yeah. Because when I was little, like really, really little, it was probably the first horror movie I ever watched. And I vividly remember my father has a fear of clowns. And they had a video of him walking in and like looking at me laughing and just going at the balloon scene.
I like clowns.
So, Tim Curry, I love you to death. I really do. But the new It movies are better.
I haven't seen the new ones.
They're better. I will say, though, this. This is one complaint that I totally agree with. Tim Curry, and in the book of It, which I haven't read, but my friend, like Brian's read it, and he told me about it. The whole point of him being a clown is supposed to be like, hey, come to me. Like,
Very
I'm
enticing and fun.
Yeah, it's enticing and fun. And Tim Curry, 100%. Bill Skarsgård does not. He is creepy clown all the time. Like, I do not know how he attracts children. Also, Bill Skarsgård is a weird man. It feels like he was born to play... Like, seriously, every time you hear behind the scenes stuff, so, like, one thing will be like, fun fact, Bill Skarsgård can actually be a contortionist, so when he does that in the movie, that's actually him. Or, like, that thing he does with his eye, where his eye will go in a different direction, that's just a thing Bill Skarsgård could do. Like, actually. Like, it's like he was born to play the scary clown man.
That's fucking terrifying and amazing.
Well, that's like the dude that did the voice for Marvin the Martian. They literally have, like, an extra piece of vocal cord that lets him get to that weird...
Yeah. I remember when the
And his son has it, too.
Oh.
He moved on to do Marvin the Martian after him.
Love that. It reminds me of the interview I watched with the guy who does the Porky Pig voice.
Oh, yes.
And I just started stuttering. It was ironic. He was showing how to do the voice, and he like broke it down really simple, and it's still really hard to do. I mean, that's why I have job security.
That's wonderful.
Because it really isn't that hard when he breaks it down. Because it's like you stutter, then you take a stutter on the second time, and then like I don't remember the whole process, but then you add it all
There's
together.
a formula.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's how you do Porky Pig. And then like I tried to do it and I tripped up. It's like, and that's why I have job security. I'm like, damn, this guy's right.
He's got it
Let's
figured
just
out.
honestly, like this whole audio podcast, we've just been stroking Tim Curry this entire time, and I'm here
who
for
doesn't
it.
want to stroke Tim Curry?
Everyone wants to. I don't care if you were the straightest man out there alive. You're gonna.
What I love about Tim Curry is that when he's in anything, you know it's better just because he's in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, he's a solid man, and
Yeah.
also just a good guy too. Like,
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, my last movie.
yes.
This is actually the movie that got me into horror movies. Fun fact.
Ooh.
I was debating between this and Alien vs Predator, because I actually Alien vs Predator got me. Basically, these two movies got me into horror because when I was a little baby, I was a scaredy cat. The only thing I liked was Chucky, and the reason why I like Chucky is because I've never found Chucky scary. I find him hilarious. He's a small doll. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to this day, I'm like,
He's fucking funny too.
fucking punt him. Like, what are you
He's a
gonna
silly
do?
little guy.
Yeah. Or like whenever they do like horror scenes with Chucky, they'll zoom on his feet and they'll be like, and I just start laughing.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
Yeah,
He's a little stabby man.
The two movies that got me into horror movies though were versus movies, because you're telling me you watch the monsters punch each other? So one was Alien vs Predator, or the one that I think is considerably better, Freddy vs Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freddy
yeah.
vs. Jason. And what I love about Freddy vs. Jason is that not only is it schlocky and cheesy and fun, it's the fact that it's actually a really good like Friday the 13th movie and a very good Nightmare on Elm Street movie synthesized together. And like the reason why they fight is so like, Freddy, you dumb idiot, it's your fault. Because if you don't remember, the premise is the premise of Freddy vs. Jason is that Freddy works on fear, right? People have to be afraid for him to have any power. And what the town has did is, this is really smart writing in my opinion. The town has just like completely erased Freddy Krueger from history, so he would therefore have no power. So
Okay.
yeah, so Freddy's like, Drats, how do I achieve more power? I know. I will summon an unkillable killer from across the way to come here and instill fear. And so that's what he does. He wakes up Jason and he's like, go to Elm Street and kill people. And then he's like, you're unstoppable. No matter what they do, they can't kill you. Hey. And then like after he kills enough people, it's like people are like, what was this, Freddy Krueger? Is Freddy Krueger cutting people's heads off and like folding them like chairs? It must be Freddy Krueger.
And he's like, I'm back, baby.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm back, baby. And he's like, time to kill again. And then like the person he's about to kill just fucking dies. And he's like, what? What's this? The unstoppable killer I've summoned is continued to kill? Egad!
Now he's in my way. He's killing my bitches.
And then he's like, let's go, bitch. And then you start boxing.
I did not think that far ahead.
Yeah, and then there's a part where he says, like, why won't you die? It's like, motherfucker, that's the reason why you chose this guy. You should have chose Michael Myers if you wanted a normal human. You don't summon Jason Voorhees and turn him off. It's like summoning Godzilla and be like, hey, why is he smashing Japan?
Here I go.
He really just
again.
hates that one particular island.
Yeah, I mean, it's a metaphor, I think.
For smashing islands?
Yeah, another thing really fast, this list is, although it's a lot of the things I like, it isn't everything. I could not pick just one Godzilla movie. I was telling Kim earlier, because that would mean I'd have to watch like 50 Godzilla movies.
Or like a single Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, exactly, because for me it's the whole trilogy. I can't pick a single Lord of the Rings movie. So I'm a huge nerd, if you couldn't tell from like the title, for any of us.
No.
But I have other interests, and they will slowly come up.
Yeah, no, we're not just movie people. We're just things that we find enjoyable, and we just want to put some creative shit out there.
But yeah, that's the list. That's a hell of a list.
It's a long list.
It's
I
a
love
long list.
But again, it gives us a solid prompt every week.
And honestly, anyone who's stuck around to listen to this whole thing, thank you.
Holy shit, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is long.
thank you.
This was a long conversation.
Yeah,
And
it says an hour 40 minutes. Jesus.
Yeah, it was nice to chat. I'm a little sleepy. I'm real tired.
Yeah, no, but this is a good time. I had a good time.
I've also had a good time.
It would really suck if like the audio was broken.
oh my god, that would be terrible.
All right, episode 1, Nerdy by Nature.
Part 2.
Take two.
Take 2.
Take two.
Yeah, take 2.
Oh wow, you liked Hocus Pocus?
It would end up so.
It wouldn't hit as hard because
Yeah,
the reveal was part of the fun here.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Like I said, this gives us a prompt every week, even if we don't have anything to talk about, because at least we could watch something and just talk about it.
Remember to like, subscribe,
Whatever
whatever
this ends
the
up
modern,
on.
Send goth girl pictures.
to www.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yes.
Don't actually
please don't
do
do
that.
that.
'Cause
Yeah, please don't.
I do
Like,
not
th-
trust you guys.
We don't want to be immediately demonetized with shit.
I just know you'll send minors. I don't trust you.
Them damn coal miners.
They've got those axes.
Anywho, appreciate all your time. Thank you very much. See you next time. Maybe we might actually watch one of these movies.
Yeah.
Signing out.
Bye.